Pikmin somewhere just to remind him that grab is a thing too?
Oh yeah, that's the right arm tattoo. It's like grab with blue, purple Pikmin good, grab with blue.
All right, no Olimar in this top 4, though, as we are moving on to losers finals, Dexter versus Seagull Joe. It looks like Dex is not going to go ahead and try out the Lucina that he did earlier in this tournament, where Seagull Joe actually knocked him into losers. So he's getting this run back, and you know Dex is not trying to get double elim by Seagull Joe and the Wolf Ditto.
Absolutely. By the way, quick sidebar, why is chat talking about King DDD right now? They've been doing it for the last half hour. I was trying to ignore them, but I don't know why you're doing this.
It's because you. It's because we've got J-Dog, the legendary DDD main.
Why?
So they got to give shots out against your main.
It's been like 3 months. It's been since day 1 of Ultimate. Is this my hell? Like, what did I do? Okay, back to this game.
You picked up a penguin. Now they're never going to let you forget it.
Oh my god. This is my reality.
So your reality is to both deal with like the DDD nonsense and then also deal with Wolf Dittos. Welcome to MVBA.
I hate this. I'm not having fun. Although it doesn't look like Dexter's having much fun right now either.
No, so remember how we were talking about how Dexter may be the best at the Wolf Ditto? Well, Seagull Joe is basically making a statement in this, particularly in the past couple of Xanadus, that he is not ready to give up the crown.
Yeah, and I feel like Joe not being bar none the best Wolf in MDVA was a huge shot to his ego. And that's what you need sometimes to really up your game, you know? Everyone has an ego. It's a good thing. It's a healthy thing. But when that ego gets a bit unchecked, it can kind of make you stagnate. But now Joe is reaching new heights.
Yeah, it makes him work.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes you need a rival. I mean, he isn't. I don't think you can say that Seagull Joe is a rival with ZD. They're both friends, and they both compete, and they both train a lot.
Yeah.
Dexter also trains with Seagull Joe, but they're both Wolf players, and they're both trying to do the similar things. I definitely see shades of Seagull Joe in Dexter's playstyle. Though I do think that Dexter has his own unique quirks, which makes it so that he's a threat. Not just in this region, but I think that if he started going to more nationals, you'd see good places.
Yeah, I'm really just waiting for Dexter to just go to something and pop off.
Anything, man. I can't wait to see him down.
Yeah. I'm excited to see that, which is happening next weekend, sneaking up on us.
Yes, sir. And what is also sneaking up on us right now is the end of this game, as Dexter is got a bit of a hole to climb out of, 59% to 138. Joe is basically just his patented patient playstyle. You see the retreating there. You see a lot of guns. Not going to get a punish, though, on that up B. Great angle there by Dexter to actually cross up the shield. And then the shine to send that gun back. Return to sender.
Yes. Back throw, DI check. Oh, you were incorrect. DI'd in a bit too hard.
Didn't see the red sparks there, too.
Yeah, he definitely should have been able to live that, because I've been commentating so many Wolf back throws, and it normally doesn't kill below 170.
And now immediately getting started, though, is Dexter will trump with this 31% string. The dash attack to snuff it out into the up air, can't get the double. That air dodge getting punished, trying for that, but a little bit optimistic with that down smash. It looked as though he was maybe just a frame or two off. If he got that, that might have been stock.
Yeah,
I mean,
he spaced it perfectly for a kill.
Yep.
So Dexter riding that razor's edge to defeat, but showing that, you know, no lead is too much.
And I think more importantly, showing that he does not need to go to Lucina. This is he is proving again that this is a matchup that not only can he win, but he's going to threaten to win every single game. He's not getting blown out here. But as I say that, immediately go ahead and prove me wrong and pick another Fire Emblem character in Roy.
Okay.
So I've seen him do this Roy before. He definitely has a solid Roy coming back all the way back to Smash 4. He's had a solid Roy. But I haven't seen him his Roy reach the high heights that his Wolf does.
Oh no. Up.
So speaking, yeah, you ain't reaching no high heights. You are going down, my man.
You were so cool for like 3 seconds.
Was that at 0?
Yeah. He up-B'd the wrong, well, he misspaced an aerial off stage, had to up-B the wrong way, couldn't sweet spot the ledge and died.
Wolf side B is something to be feared when you do not have a good recovery. So yeah, you want to play with fire off stage. Well, I hope you have the means to get back.
Yeah, and that time Dexter did not, but he's still doing really well on this stock.
I still feel like he's had control this entire game. He just happened to lose the stock at 0.
Yeah,
I mean,
hit for hit, he did have control because he hit Dexter, or he hit Seagull Joe a lot, and he hit Dexter, hit him, or excuse me, Joe hit Dexter once. Math.
Got to make it count.
Yeah. Statistically speaking, Dexter's been hitting more than Seagull Joe.
So 121 to 100 here, and basically we had the match just reset, where Dex is unfortunately down a stock, and now Joe is doing a very good job of making Dex pay here. He already had a little bit of damage caked on from stock 1, and Dex hasn't really been able to get this stock off here. Roy, one of those characters that kills really early with side B, with jab in the back air, with any of his edge guarding tools, but he just can't do anything. But that side B will catch Joe taking an aggressive option back to stage, and yeah, you can't get away with that if Dex is ready and waiting.
Yeah, and here we go, 2 nairs, 2 forward airs.
50%.
Same situation we saw last time, but this time he doesn't get hit by a wolf flash off stage. And now Dexter is gaining so much steam. Oh, but that dash attack. And the roll in, too.
Oh, the panic option called out by Seagull Joe.
Yep.
Do you know that was definitely not Dex's intention? I don't even know if the dash attack was his intention. And then immediately just like, oh God, what have I done? I touched Wolf's shield. Panic. Get me out of here. And if you panic against Wolf, sometimes that just that'll cost you the stock.
Yeah, and sometimes even if you don't panic, too.
Sometimes if you just look at him the wrong way.
Yeah.
Sometimes if he decides you owe him money.
Exactly.
Doesn't even need to be true. He'll just take it.
If you owe me $5.
Stock.
Yeah. Like, no, Wolf, please, no.
All right, so Dex doing an admirable job here for a man that died at 0. He's only down by 56% here. So I definitely think this is something that he could make a comeback if he plays consistently, or if he gets one of those long 50 damage string double neutral air and forward air.
Yeah, and you know that he can do it, too.
But Joe is not looking to allow Dex to get a single hit on shield. Weak up air, can't even convert that. But the jab, this is how it gets started.
Yeah, this can be bad, especially if you get the sour spot forward air at low percentages. That means that, you know, they're still very close to you, and you still have frame advantage. Great DI away by Seagull Joe, though. If he had DI'd in, that could have been very bad for him.
That was absolutely fantastic. That was his life flashing before his eyes there. Forward throw by Dex to try to go ahead and mix up Joe's DI, but doesn't look like it's going to get much out of it. Oh, that back air was deadly right there. Forward tilt, forcing Dex off stage. Joe goes for the trump. Not quite working out. Jab back air not connecting.
Okay, finally gets a grab. Back throws, interesting option, but he gets a laser, get a bit more
That's
damage.
all?
He kept his jump.
Big brain plays by Dex. Back throw, air dodge, but Dex couldn't quite respond in time.
And now a little bit of jitters coming through from both players. Oh, but luckily the platform was there for him to get the tech. Excellent tech by Seagull Joe.
And the counter pick actually helping Joe there. And the back throw not quite killing, but that blaster, no. Dex keeps his jump, doesn't get 2 frames, but the aggressive up B, wow.
Lands on the platform perfectly and hits the back air too. Dexter barely at 169% manages to weather the storm and take it to game 3.
This man died at 0 stock 1.
Yeah, actually, I forgot about that. He played so well, I forgot that he didn't have a first stock. Nutty.
I mean, we were talking. I had to go ahead and say that I got to eat a little bit of crow right there. I said that he can threaten to win with Wolf and he doesn't need to make the change. I guess if you could just win with 2 stocks with one of your characters, might as well do that. Now we're going to have to see if the counterpick war comes into play. Because Joe is up a game, and he goes ahead and gets Dexter locked into Roy, and then chooses a keep away character in Young Link. Roy an aggressive sortie, Young Link a passive campier sortie. This is definitely, I think I got to give it to Joe here matchup wise.
Slightly, yeah.
I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's something that like Roy can't do, but it's definitely Joe's advantage here.
Yeah, and these little advantages add up in these games between 2 evenly matched players. The characters can make a difference in swinging the entire set.
Yes, sir. What I think is going to be like the game breaker here is, can Seagull Joe edge guard Dex with projectiles without committing to anything?
Yeah, I don't know, because Young Link is very committal in his edge guard, so that's a hard one. We'll have to see how it pans out a little bit later. I
feel like if he can get like an arrow or a bomb in the right position, he can then go off with an air, and then just Roy can do absolutely nothing about it.
Yeah.
If he has 1 projectile, though, if he only has time to set it up once, then yeah, he has to kind of call out lower or higher what the aim is.
Yeah, and then if you overcommit, lose stage control, Roy with stage control is an absolute nightmare.
Oh, yeah. Do not forget about this man's side B. We didn't see any of it the last time, but
I literally forgot about that move. That's wild that you can have a move that powerful that I just forgot about.
It's wild that this man played so strong without using that move in the last game.
Yeah. To be honest, Young Link could die now to it.
Oh yeah, 87%, 100%. If this man actually catches that at edge, that's a dead young boy.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Oh, was that back
air?
air?
Second hit, back air maybe? Or was that nair?
I can't tell. They make the same audio skew, so yeah, it just came out so quick.
Can Younglink do 2 aerials in 1 short hop?
I think he can. For back air, I know he can do 1, and then I think he can start another back air.
Okay, so that could have been an air then. Wow, that's a hell of an option by Joe, and that's a lot of good character knowledge. Again, co-main, not second air.
Yeah. Co-main TM. That's all. That's the Seagull Joe patent. Stock count is even though. Dexter, 39%.
Yeah, this is not a lead at all. This is a character in Roy that can rack damage without any effort, basically.
Yes. Great fire arrow right there. And something about Younglink that I don't see Joe do a lot of is like approaching fire arrows are busted.
Oh, yeah. You can just do fire arrow into fire arrow into fire arrow into fire arrow into up air or up B.
Yep.
Why do we take that away from Duck Hunt and keep it with Younglink? Do not want.
Yeah. I mean, at least with Duck Hunt, it's like, I don't know. It looked cooler. Oh, but Dexter commits to a counter. I don't think Joe had the air mobility to really make any other angle aside from that.
No, in addition, he didn't have the bomb. So that's something that Dexter could have reared back and given him the forward smash. He said, yeah, that's all she wrote. I actually love it when players do that. Notice how Dexter's basically pivoting back and forth, setting up for either a back air or a forward tilt, and just basically forcing Joe to pick up an option here. And Joe unfortunately chooses one and then gets snuffed out there by Dex.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to be right. If you guess wrong, that's it. GG. Up tilt killing? I guess he was at 163, but...
I've never actually seen that before, though.
Yeah. Roy is a pretty fast faller, so I'm still a little surprised.
I didn't see the red sparks either, so perhaps it was just like Dexter was not ready to actually DI that, because who is?
Yeah.
Younglink up tilt, not really on your list of kill options.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we are seeing the reason why this match has been so close is that like Seagull Joe is struggling to kill a little bit, but he's actually cleaned it up quite a bit. Like, that was the only time where we see Dex living to a really high percent. Joe is basically easily able to rack damage with this character, but Younglink not really having the best kill confirms that are consistent.
Aside from the single hit of forward air or single hit of back air, which Joe is pretty good at getting, but he didn't quite find it that time. And that up smash, maybe a miss input. Dexter living on borrowed time, though, and the arrow into forward air, yes, that will be enough to do it. Joe taking it 2-1 at the moment, but this is a best-of-5 set.
That is actually such a clean last stock by Joe. I'm very impressed by the way he played that. He just basically didn't get touched. Every single time that he touched Dexter's shield was something that was unsafe. He had a projectile out and then was ready to come back to it, be it the bomb dropping down because it caused it up, or the boomerang reeling back. And then the only time that Dexter was able to punish something, he basically like tried a couple dash grabs, which just did not work at all.
Yeah. It was just coverage on coverage on coverage on reads on reads on reads.
All right, so we're back to Wolf versus Royce. That's interesting. Seagull Joe basically just does not want to deal with the counter pick, I guess. So yeah, Kalos. Okay,
that makes sense. Yeah, now I'm on board.
Run away, young buck. Wolf has space. Do you really want to give it to him?
Nope, not at all. Actually, oh, okay. Dexter with a huge opening, 62%, just carrying from left to right. And I don't think Joe has a jump. I don't think Dexter has a jump. Okay. But now they both managed to make it back. Very scary situation for the two of them.
Yeah, either of these characters gets off stage, the other one's just liable to blow him up. Wolf's end trapping or two-framing, or Roy just going off stage and swinging that pool noodle at you. Doesn't need to hit anything but the soft hit off stage against Roy.
And it always feels so disrespectful. Like, dang, man, you couldn't even just outright kill me. You had to just push me just far enough away so it's false hope.
Every single time you get hit with the wet noodle, just like, oh well, I guess that's my fault.
Yeah, guess I'll die.
Dexter actually losing the first stock here, and then immediately responding with that, a nair into forward smash?
I think it was sour spot up air, it read the air dodge, and then forward smash.
As the air dodge like panic option right there by Seagull Joe. I mean, it's one of those where if you didn't air dodge, you could have gotten opened up with a long aerial string, but he was at a kill percent there, so he was kind of maybe worried about back air. Instead, catch the forward smash, a little bit flashier. I dig it.
Oh yeah, definitely cooler. And now, speaking of cooler, Roy combos, I think he tried a forward smash right there.
I mean, wouldn't you? That move is just kills immediately. 64%, yeah, that's kill percent for Roy.
Yeah.
I'm still so stunned that we are not seeing any of Roy's side B. Like when we saw ZD pull that character out, I mean, that's basically was the ZD's like game plan, which is limiting space by using side B against Wolf. Not really at all here.
Yeah, it's very interesting. But maybe Dexter needs a bit more of it because this could be his tournament stock. If he drops the stock, that's it. Joe will take the set, 3-1.
I'm not ready to count him out quite yet here because this is basically kill percent. And I love that option to stay in shield by Seagull. Joe, you know Dexter's trying to run away and then immediately cock back with that forward smash.
Oh, and maybe a little bit lucky for Dexter that Joe does get tagged out with the Blazer.
All right, dash back and then get the grab. Up throw. How does Joe land? Ooh, Jax actually snuffed him out, but he had no charge on that up smash, so Joe was able to drift through.
All right, start shooting the laser, trying to get just more extra credit for free. And now, looks like Joe's really starting to run away with this.
81%, this is kill percent now.
Yeah.
You already see him starting to get those back airs already.
Down smash too. Right now, he's just running, gunning, grabbing.
I feel like whenever Joe's able to call out your dash options, that's when he starts to run away with things. And you're starting to see that when Dexter runs in, Joe just immediately just drop shield and grabs. He knows what's in Dexter's mind.
I know what's in Dexter's mind right now. How do I make this comeback? I feel like he was looking for a nair earlier, but Joe's not even going to let him get the chance. Calls out the jump at the back air, and that's going to be 3-1 for the favor of Seagull.
I like the Roy counter pick.